Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here again for our weekly angel reading for February the 25th through March 3rd, 2013. And so, as I was shuffling the cards before ran the video, I was noticing that I was seeing a lot the word love. And I'm feeling a sense in that the heart chakra is closed, that we are protecting our hearts or shielding them from either relationships, or we are afraid of opening our hearts to new ideas and visions for our lives, or having a hard time changing, or seeing things from a different perspective, or understanding. And so just wanted to really just tap into that. And, there's a poem that one of my neighbors back home love so much, called The Captain of My Soul. It's called Captain, I think. I'm not very sure, but I know the ending line is that I am the captain of my soul. And so, you know, right now there's so much choice and possibilities available to us. And it can be, frightening trying to figure out which direction to go. But the whole thing about it is that a choice, whatever choices that we're making right now, whatever we're being challenged by in terms of within our hearts, that there's no reason for us to be afraid, because behind what's in our heart is pure potential and possibility. And you really can't go wrong. And by making a choice, every choice has its own awareness and expansion for greater joy and potential. So even though it may feel vulnerable right now, we just have to realize that there is balance in the universe, and what's in your heart is what we have to start doing is start to say yes to what's in our heart. And whatever that is, just start saying yes to it. Just get used to that feeling of just saying yes to your heart. We often say no so much, and that creates more fear, and it causes us to feel a little stuck, and it doesn't allow us to feel, develop a relationship of trust with ourselves. So we can sometimes feel a little like we can't even trust our own choices and decisions. And so let's see what the angels, how they're going to help us this week. We're using the angel therapy cards this week, and so let's see what advice the angels have for us, or what they would suggest for us to do in order to allow us, for those of us who are just having trouble trusting our hearts, and really trusting the decisions, the choices that we're making, or for those of us who just can't make that decision for fear that we're making the wrong one. And just remember, you're never where you're not supposed to be. And wherever you are, even though you may feel like you are lost, you are found always by the universe. The universe knows where you are, and it also knows where where your heart wishes, desires to go. And so it will always find you, and always guide you. And so we just have to listen, and we have to trust. And let's take a look at the first card, which is the Archangel that we'll be working with for this week. And it's Archangel Michael, which is very appropriate, because the Archangel Michael's name means he who is like God. And so he's reminding us here of who we are. And Archangel Michael also is very helpful in overcoming fears and finding the courage and the strength to act upon your heart's desires. So let's just ask Archangel Michael right now to clear away those layers of protection that we placed around our hearts. And just take a deep breath into your heart chakra and hold it. And just let it go. And releasing to him any judgments that you may have about yourself right now, the world around you. Just take a few more of those breaths. And just remember who you are. Remember how powerful you are. And the card says, you are powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. And so, we're just, instead of focusing on, those fears, focus on who you truly are, the divine source that you are. And you are a creator being. You are a creator being. And you're a very powerful being of creation and powerful creator. And so the thing is that because you are made in the image of God, you have the ability to enact or embody that divine inheritance, that divine aspect of God as creator. And so that whatever choice you make, you will always be in a process. And the thing about that process is that it is the process of creation. Every thought, every feeling, every inspiration, every desire, passion that you have is molding and forming your truth into perfect manifestation. And so all we have to do is know that we're not doing this alone, to trust, to give ourselves over to this purpose and just allow the purpose to work through you and to unfold and just take each step at a time as that happens. Let's just take a look at the next card, which is from, see what the angels have to say, which is the focus for the week and also the beginning of the week, Monday and Tuesday. And the crown chakra. It says, pay attention to your ideas as they are messages of true divine guidance sent in answer to your prayer. So, the crown chakra is our connection to the divine. And so what we really want to do is just pay attention in your meditation this week. Just pay attention to whatever ideas are coming to you. And really this also reminds me that we should really stay very much in connection in prayer with God, in particular, asking him to guide us and show us the path, to show us the choices that we're making, and to help guide us through our hearts to the first or the best choice that you should begin with at this time, and to just move along with that and really keep in constant connection and prayer, and notice what answers you receive and what ideas may come to you. Noticing the moonlight in the card, I'm drawn to it for us to pay attention to your dreams. There's a feeling of sense that things will just start to pour into your dreams this week and these first 2 days here in particular, but maybe for the week, just pay attention to your dreams, as they may be an indication of what your true heart's desire is and where your heart's really focused. Okay, and let's take a look at the next card, which is the action for the week. And this is another chakra. So the ear chakras. And it says, notice messages that appear as sounds, music, and words from both external sources and within your mind. These messages are real answers to your prayers. And so we get a sense that, I'm just seeing a chair for some reason. So the action here then is for us to just take some time to just sit this week and really, meditate and listen to any messages that you may receive. What I'm getting is a great opportunity is to do what is called a sound meditation, where you just sit and usually maybe you focus on your breath. And as you're focusing on your breath, just allow yourself to become aware of the sounds that you're hearing in the environment. Any sounds that you may hear, whether they're internal, external. Listen to your body, and just as you're sitting, just do that sound awareness meditation. And what it does is, you may find that some ideas may come to you, or just let go of vulnerability. It's also a good idea to sit out in nature. If it's not appropriate for you because of the weather conditions, you can imagine that you're sitting in nature, and kind of just absorbing that energy energetically from nature. And so you really just want to take an opportunity to hear what it is that the angels guidance is for you this week. So it seems like this is a week of a lot of inner work, a lot of receptivity, of just listening. So the action for this week is mainly about just being receptive, and being open, possibly listening to other ideas from other people as well. So if you're working on a project at your job or whatever it is that you do, be open to new ideas. They're showing me like a performer with a top hat. So, in your performance, in your job, whatever kind of job it is that you do, just be very open to new perspectives, new ways of doing things. Listen to your colleagues or those people that you work with, and maybe see that as guidance for yourself. Maybe you're talking with a friend and they can share some ideas. So just be open to help improve your performance in whatever it is that you're doing. And let's take a look at the card for the week. And this is the gift or the lessons that we may be getting from this week. And it says, you are a powerful light worker. And here we have again that word powerful. It says it is safe for you to be powerful. Your spiritual power brings great blessing and loving service to the divine. So, this card is really saying to us this week, not to be afraid of who we are, not to be afraid of that power. Your new ideas, the changes that we're all going through, and what we're being called, what our heart is calling us to, that we should not be afraid of it. You're powerful. You have, there's so much there that when you sit down and you just begin, there's so much for you to offer. And I know our minds are telling us that all the things that can go wrong, or the things that we won't get, or what we'll be lacking, or what we'll be giving up. But just remember that you are a creator and a very powerful one. And as you listen to your heart, and as you are more receptive, and you put yourself in a more receptive state rather than trying to think it and chew it, like when the mind gets a hold of something, it just bites at it and chews away at everything. It doesn't really expand it. So that's not a great form of receptivity, actually. That's the masculine energy kind of going into overdrive, and creating panic and fear. What we have to do is filter our minds through our hearts and put that creativity to work through the desire of the heart in order to focus on something and manifest that into form. So if you're like me, I can get a lot of ideas and they constantly coming at me. But you have to slow the mind down by centering in your heart and focusing on what it is that you wish to accomplish right now in your heart. You know, the for those of us who are very creative, we all know that sometimes it can be counterproductive to have such a gift of creativity, because it's like we can see so many things in front of us, and then it's hard for us to choose which one, and it's hard for us to focus on one. And so at that time, we have to be more receptive, channel our mind through the heart. And in the heart, our truth is always very clear, and what direction we should take, and the focus of that. And then what we should do is just understand that there's a process, and just keep focusing all of that passion and creativity, mental creativity, through that project. It may be a good idea for creative people to keep us focused, as I was guided to earlier in my meditation today, to journal. Okay, keep a journal about your progress in this. So how are you feeling as you're going through this process? What things are you noticing? What have you learned? The gratitude and the joy that you're experiencing in this process as you're focusing all of that creativity of the mind through the heart, which is focused on your greatest desire and potential at this moment, and watching that all transform moment by moment into steps. So whatever you notice, and maybe you want to set a goal, like a linear goal, like of what you expect, but almost like a scientist who's just hypothesizing, making an educated guess about what may happen, but then being open to the unfoldment of the process as it reveals itself, so that we're not disappointed, but we're amazed, and as we're watching from what we thought was going to happen to what could happen. And so this is sort of feels like we're having a moment of divine alchemy here, but it help you to stay focused on your project, because if you don't see it through, if you don't complete it, you won't be able to acknowledge the accomplishment of it, and you won't be able to experience the joy of actually being in the moment of each moment of the process that unfolded for you. And so that then when you feel that this project is complete, you can pick up another one and use the same method. But this keeps us from missing all the good that comes from enjoying a creative process, and helps us to be more open, so that we don't shield ourselves, and that we don't not begin an idea just because you may be thinking that somebody else could never be me. Idea. Just remember you are powerful, and to remember who you are. And I think that's the message here that the angels are really trying to give us as we be more receptive this week. And the card for the final outcome, and look at this. So this is all confirmation here. I probably don't even need to say another word, which is follow your dreams. And you can see again that in this card, she is sleeping. So this is another indication for us to pay attention to our dreams this week. And, really, journal about what you may be dreaming. And when you get up, just take a time to write some things down. Notice what happened in the dream. Notice what you seem to be focused on in your dreams this week. What keeps coming up? Is there a theme or a pattern that you may want to take notice of in your dreams? And also, this is about also remembering that you are a creator, and you're very powerful, and there is no dream that you will not find support. When the moment that you put your mind and your heart, those are the two elements that actually create. So it's the feminine and masculine energy, the yin and the yang of the universe. This is what creates. And so but the thing is that you need to believe in yourself. You need to have a way of working through this process and being focused on the process and enjoying the process, and having gratitude as you go through the process, and having an outline of what you feel would be the process that you expect, but then also being open to what is really going to happen as it's happening in the moment. So we really just want to re-emphasize that. So I would say that this week is really about being receptive. It's a week more of through action, through inaction. So, before just rushing into something, really sit down and listen to what your soul has to say. Listen to your guides. Really pray with God. Ask God to guide you, to reveal to you the path that you should start with. It doesn't matter which path, but any of the paths that has been given to you, but start with one and focus and see it through, and document in a journal so you can see when you focus how powerful your ability to create and manifest truly is. And so I thank you for joining us again this week, and for all the comments you've been leaving. Please subscribe, and don't forget to like us here on YouTube, so that you can keep up with any updates or videos that I may publish during the week when I'm guided to. And also keep in mind that you can leave comments here, and I try to get back to you within the week. And also on Facebook, if you look in the description links below, and on Twitter. Thank you for all the people who've been following me, new followers on Twitter, and look forward to answering your questions. If you're looking for an angel reading, you can contact me through the description link on below for my website, theangelschool.com, and a services page. So I look forward to working with you and speaking with any of you this week. And God's blessings, and have many beautiful dreams this week. And hopefully you will have great success with your creativity in your life. So until next week, angel blessings.